with Ketosis Low Carb, and on this episode, we're going to talk about Halloween. Coming up next. Hey, it's Elizabeth, Ketosis Low Carb. Happy Halloween! I am in the Halloween festive spirit. We carved our pumpkins today. My little boy, who's 2, got to carve his little pumpkin, and we put stickers around, and I got a sticker stuck on my hands. Like, it won't come off. I'm like, am I poisoning my hand with the sticker goo residue? I'm trying not to be too germ phobia about it. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about on today's episode is Halloween, keto style, low carb style. How do you stay on the food plan and our way of eating in the midst of candy just being shoved up our noses, just like shoved right in our faces? How do you stay on the food plan? And so what I'm here to say is, like today I was just in it. Like, I was surrounded by candy, and not that it was tempting, but for me it was like keeping my goals in mind of, I have a big lofty goal. I have lost over 40 pounds and still have that last stretch of more than half to try to lose the rest of it, of the goal, and I don't want to blow it. So that's my number one, is my goals are very, very super clear. And even though I keep reminding myself, like, having that moment of eating whatever it is, and I'm not going to say whatever it is because I don't want to trigger anybody else, but whatever it is not worth that small time frame for the regret and the time that it would kick me out of ketosis and things like that. Like, I'm just not interested in doing that. So that's one. 2 is going back to, like, what am I eating? Am I putting nutritious things in my body that are keeping me from those cravings? Because I'll tell you what, sugar-free, I posted today on Instagram. If you saw my Instagram, I put on Instagram, is my pink keto Starbucks drink. I'm obsessed. It's Trenta passion fruit tea with 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla and with heavy whipping cream. Oh my god, not only does it look beautiful because it's pink, but it just tastes really, really good. My husband even had a sip and he's like, this kind of tastes like something you would have on an island, like a fruity drink or whatever. It's just so good. But I've noticed that my weight loss stalls when I have too many sugar-free products. If I allow myself to have a Starbucks Trenta drink, which a Trenta drink is the biggest, like, that's like a big gulp. But I figure if I'm getting iced coffee or iced tea, I have a 2-year-old and we run multiple businesses, I need the caffeine. So, and I'm okay, that's my body. You do your body, I'll do my body. But so I have that. And then if I say I have a piece of sugar-free candy, because some sugar-free candies, depending on the food plan you do, and the food plan that I do, I have the green, I think, are they through Russell Stover's? I'm forgetting the brand, but there's a green brand that you can have of like toffee squares, and if you reduce the sugar alcohol minus the carbohydrates, it comes up to be 0 net carbs. And so occasionally I'll have that, but occasionally had become not occasionally, so that stalled me out. And so for me, people say, oh, you can have sugar-free candy. Well, I would just be mindful to make sure it's not stalling you out. Like, have a piece, have it as a special treat, and that's how I'm looking at sugar-free products. Is they're a special treat, they're not a daily occurrence. So my pink drink, I'm not going to have it for a little bit. So if you see my Instagram posting about it, it's because it's going to be a special treat and not an everyday thing. So that would be my other, so keep your goals in mind was number 1. Number 2 is having substitutes available, such as like sugar-free candy, things like that. But number 3, where I was trying to go down the rabbit hole, and I went off on a rabbit hole, but the one that I was trying to actually go to was, what are you eating? So are you having enough fats? Usually if people, and myself included, if I'm craving something, that means A, I'm human, and humans crave things, but B, also this food plan is structured in which that you don't, when you're in ketosis, when you're in keto, when you're in the right spot of being in ketosis, you shouldn't really, and I don't mean to should on people, but you shouldn't really be having these cravings unless, you know, you're having something hormonal going on, if it's that time of the month. Sometimes that can be a trigger, but traditionally you shouldn't be having these cravings, intense cravings that you can't like ride out or whatever. So I would be interested to ask, okay, so what have you eaten? Like, have you had enough fats? And for me today, I was intentional about having my fat bombs, and here's the video above of how I make my fat bombs. I keep those in the freezer. I have those on hand if I need extra fats to fill me up. I'll tell you what, that butter and those oils, that'll fill me up. That will fill me up, that I'm not hungry and wanting, you know, like sweets or whatever. That's just not of interest to me. And quite frankly, when I really, really think about it, I'm like, I'd rather have some meat and vegetables than have like a candy bar that like is not going to fill me up, that's going to make me feel guilty, and then going down that whole mind F of feeling guilty, guilt shame combination. Like, I have no interest in that today. Like, no, thank you. So, that would be my number 3 for Halloween, is making sure, I'm getting back to the point of where I was trying to go, with making sure that you've eaten on your healthy eating. Like, eat to your food plan, particularly on Halloween. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make sure I get those fats in, man. Like, I'm going to have, before it rounds like 4 o'clock, I want to make sure that I have had a high spike in fats. So I am not hungry. I'm completely satiated. I'm completely full. And the final thing that, well, there's 2 more things I'm going to do on Halloween. One is making sure I have tons of water. Water. We're going to make iced tea, and I'm also going to have my sparkling water. For me, I drink at least 3 liters of water a day. Excuse me, that's my body. You do what's best for your body, but that's my body. So I'm going to make sure I have a lot of water on hand is the bottom line. And my sparkling water, which I love. I'll put in the description link how I get mine for, I don't play grocery store prices, I play cheaper. And there's a certain way I do that I've talked about in other videos, but I'll put the link below in the description. And speaking of which, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe button, click that little subscribe button, or consider sharing with a friend. But the final tip I was going to share is on Halloween is, if you have children, you know, I have a 2-year-old little boy, and for me, like, what's the whole intention of this holiday for me is to be present with my kid. Like, it's not about the candy, it's not about the eating. That's taking me out of what the real source of joy is, and that's paying attention and being with my child. Like, looking at him in his cute little costume. He's either going to be a giraffe or Elmo, but he doesn't like things on his head, so we'll see if that happens. But the whole intention is to be present with my child, and so that's really where my heart's going to try to be on Halloween, is, you know, being mindful for him and not for myself, and being present with my husband, who's taken off work, so we can all be together as family, to really just enjoy the family time together of trick-or-treating and blessing our neighborhood too. With, we wanted to be the house that has big size candy bars, so we've budgeted all year for that, and so we will have those. And I always love that because kids get so excited about that. I know I do. And so really being present and focusing on that, and like not these outside issues, which is food. Like, I can so get tunnel vision focused in on that, and really, like, that's not the point. Like, that takes me out of being present with my family and really what the true joy is. So, Halloween, I'm wishing you a great Halloween. I'm wishing you a great costume. I probably won't be dressing up. I don't know, I'll be dressing up as a countess. I don't know, I'm just teasing. But I really just wanted to give you guys some encouragement that, like, it does not have to be about candy. It does not have to be about that at all. Like, I'm sure I'll probably get triggered at one point or another where the thought will run into my brain of, oh, I can have some candy. And then the thought's going to run back out of, no, I don't, because I have really lofty goals that I want to hit. I want to lose that 50 pounds that I've been nearing. I'm dancing around it, and I really want to go past that. I want to make sure that my food plan's on point, that I've had enough fats in my daily food plan that I eat on Halloween. And then also being present with my family and having enough water. Like, those to me are the get-goes. I may go move my booty. You know, my philosophy is sweat 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week. I may do some extra sweating just in case I happen to, you know, have a bite of something. But I really don't want to have a bite of something, because that's a slippery slope of kicking out of ketosis. And is that worth it? But I really do feel like I may move my booty a little bit extra. Just, I don't know, make myself feel better. So I would encourage you for that note too, if you want to get some extra sweats in. So I'm wishing you guys a really happy Halloween, and I hope you have a great time with your family. And I hope that it's a successful one, and that you make beautiful memories. Like these stickers. Seriously, can you see that? Like, that's crazy. It's like stuck to my skin. Make beautiful memories of stickers in the holiday. But I'm wishing you guys a great happy holiday. Bye.